That's where my day got flushed down. Today we're gonna do abs. My triceps, biceps, back, legs are all sore, so still want to work out. I have the energy for it, mental and physical energy, despite the muscular fatigue. So I think today we're gonna hit abs and core, and be happy with that. So I might set up to work out over here. Well, let's go to our usuals. No, no, actually, let's go over here. They have an ab station over here. See, might be a little better. Ab workout station over here. Hopefully it goes well. Your daily show is on Fortress Zoom live workouts that you can follow along with. Excuse me, it's cold. I'm getting more congestion. I almost never get congestion, but working out in this cold weather, it kind of gets to you. So it is what it is. You got to put up with it now. Okay, I remember now why we usually don't work out at this workout station. It's a really cool workout station. We worked out here with Ken before in a live stream, I think once, maybe, or at least walked by it once or twice. But the reason we don't work out here is because, as good as it is, the lighting here is pretty bad. You know? Like, every single ab workout station is gonna be casting shadow on my face and everything, so. Yeah, we're gonna go work out. It's 2 minutes away at the other one that we usually work out at. So gonna have to settle for that. Those of you who missed the video, it's up. Feel free to watch chapter 2. Just watch the latest video. Interested to follow along to see the results. Good luck to you. Thank you, Phil. Appreciate that. I am interested in the results as well. So far, the results have only been mental. The changes have only been mental and sleep. Sleep and mental. The only two changes, I'd say. Other than that, and water retention. So those are the three greatest ones. Water retention, mental, and sleep. Other than that, not much changes. I don't feel as sore, so I did push myself both on push-ups and pull-ups, the other two workouts we did, and I do not feel nearly as sore, not remotely as sore as I did from the legs. So I don't know if that's quicker recovery or I'm just getting lucky this time or what it is. So that's nice. But again, we'll track one more week and we'll see this next week. Today is day 2 of week 2. Day 2 of week 2. So this is gonna get reflected on the week. For sure. These changes are going to get reflected on the next week's chart. And all the charts going forward are going to include the previous week's chart. So when we get to like week 5, it's going to include all 5 weeks of data. So week 2 is going to include this week's data and next week's data. So we'll see if there's a trend going on or not, because if we just put 1 week up at a time, we'll have no idea what's going on. Hey, Waylon, nice to see you. Thanks for joining. Yo, you know what's up? Greetings to Romania. I had to refilm that video that I posted. I first filmed it in my office talking to a camera with a green screen overlay. It was so bad. It was like the most boring lecture, college professor lecture type video I've ever done. It was so bad. You have no idea. And then as I was halfway through editing it, probably more than halfway through editing it, I was like, if I find this boring, everyone's gonna find this boring. I can't post this. So I was like, I gotta re-record this. My energy is low, so I was like, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow morning, have a coffee, and go re-record the video. That's exactly what I did, and it came out a million times better. It was more passion, more everything. But yeah, I bored myself to death editing the first one, and I was like, this is terrible. This is oof. Oh, the one that's there now is not bad. The first one I edited and was gonna post was bad. I had to completely refilm and re-edit the whole video and remake all my charts and everything to make it better. Because the original one, it was like the nerdiest thing ever. Oh, no worries, Waylon. It's a lot more interesting than this stream. I'll tell you that. Because it's actually edited well and it's got memes in it and stuff. So it's a nicely edited video. I'm a fan. It could be better, as all things could be. Everything can always be better, but it's not bad. You know, it's not. It's better. It's on par with the rest of my content. Let's put it that way. Not the live streams, but my older edited videos. It's on par with that. You don't like memes? That's okay. I like memes. That the other video wasn't just simple. It was boring. Like ASMR boring. Like I was talking to the camera and you would fall asleep listening to me. Like I was Rockabye Baby, you know? Rockabye Baby straight to sleep type video. Oh, let's look at these charts. I have 20 of these charts. Chart number 1. What are we seeing here? In the first 5 bullet points, this is what happened. Like it's the most I can't. Hey Andre, yeah, I'm back. Let's go, my friends. All right. All right. So, I'm taking on challenges. I still have some pip from the HCG, which sucks. And he did crimes here in my country. All right. Here we go. Oh, it's 8? Yeah, I know. I like Trump memes too, and Trump is a criminal for sure. He's a freaking felon. I like any memes as long as like they're relatable. I don't care who it is. Are you still practicing Christianity? Not. I don't. It depends what you mean by practicing. I try to live according to my morals to the best of my ability, but I'm not going to church and singing songs and reading the Bible. So I guess not. But practically, I try to live as close to the principles as I can, the way I understand them. All right, here we go. All right, let's just do some leg raises. Let's start with that. Let's do some knee raises. We'll do sets of 20. Let's hit 500 knee raises today. How about that? Let me bring this a little closer. All right, here we go. A little better angle. Join me outside. How about that for this workout? $30. I'm gonna say one thing. Most of you probably don't care about this, but as I'm letting my legs down, I don't put them all the way down. They're slightly in front of me, so I do this, slightly in front of me. That way, my abs are always under tension. Because if you tuck your knees in and then you go all the way down, in this bottom position, your abs get to relax. You don't want to do that. You want to keep your abs under tension, so you slightly raise your legs if you want to have a harder variation. So when you go down, your legs are slightly leaning forward. That way your abs are constantly engaged. Hey, Sias, what's up? Boom to you too. You think Trump will hit Iran? I have no idea. I don't follow politics that much. Like I don't know anything about anything when it comes to politics. I know some things about some things, but I'm too ignorant to have an opinion. All right, let's go. We're at 30. If we can hit 500 today, I'll be happy. Ooh. All right, we're at 50. We got 450 to go. I hope this is not one of those times when I end up doing 500, and then I can't laugh or bend over for a whole week because my abs are killing me, like we did with those lunges. Hola, Chaflan. Do you speak Russian with your family members? My parents, yes, I only speak Russian. My sisters, 50-50. Mostly English now. I used to speak only Russian to them, but when we were kids. But to my parents, yeah, only Russian. With my kids, my own kids, 50-50 as well, Russian, English. I got 2 kids. Did you stop having your own company? What did you say you were at a job interview? Yeah, I did. I'm trying to get a job. Yeah, I think I'll be crippled as well. I think you're right. Well, what's worse is the way I'm doing my abs right now. I'm halfway targeting my hip flexors. Hip flexors are this muscle right here that give you the V shape. This muscle that goes all the way down. It's responsible for bringing your legs up during running or sprinting. This V muscle. Those are called hip flexors. So the exercise I'm doing now that's responsible for bringing my knees up is getting targeted, which is gonna suck to walk if it's super sore. But it is what it is. We gotta hit the hip flexors and the abs all together. Um, Especially how high I'm bringing the knees, definitely hitting the hip flexors. Technically for abs, just for demonstration purposes, I'll show you both. So if you're just trying to target abs only and not worry about hip flexors at all, this is the form you need. I'll show you. For abs, all you need to do is bring your rib cage as close to your hips as possible. So you don't even worry about your legs or knees. So for abs, boom, maximum contraction, boom, boom. Just do 10 of those, right? All you're focused on while hanging in that position is bringing your rib cage to your hip bone as close as much as you can. Right here, boom. Maximal contraction in your abs, release. Maximum contraction in your abs, release. While in a dip position or pull-up bar position, that is all you need for abs. Everything else I'm doing, where I'm going, I did this, and I keep going with my legs. After I'm flexed here and I'm bringing my legs up, that's all hip flexors, my friends. All hip flexors, V shape. So if you're trying to get that V muscle, bring your knees up. If you're just trying to get six-pack abs, that's all you care about. You don't care about the V shape. All you need to be doing is this. That's it. Contracting your abdominal completely, relaxing, contracting, extending, contracting, extending. Either on the dip bars or on the pull bar. That's all you really need. All right, we're at 50. That was a little unsolicited lesson advice for those of you who are interested. We're gonna go for our next 25, 30, whatever is gonna be. See, Mark, he just did a 1 hour pull-up workout training here. Perhaps you could teach him some stuff. I didn't see it. You probably emailed it to me. I've been super busy. I haven't even had a lot of time for my personal life today at all, really. So been busy editing videos, making content, filming, applying to job, all kinds of stuff. So I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be consuming a lot of content from other people for a little while. 25. We're at 75, ladies and gentlemen. Mostly gentlemen. So what all does the toes to bar leg raises work? Everything. It hits your abs, it hits your hip flexors, and your lats. That's the main things you hit. So abs, hip flexors, and lats. As soon as your back starts to bend forwards, right? So instead of being flat, vertical, as soon as your back starts going forwards, that's your lats working and bringing your pelvis up, because your pelvis is responsible for bringing your lower body up that position. So that's where your lats start working. In the very beginning, when you're contracting your abs and bringing them forward, that's abs. Beyond that is hip flexors. And to get that a little bit up, to touch your toes to the pull-up bar, that's lats. That's what you're targeting towards pull-up bar leg raises. Tip your toes to the bar. Can exercising at night ruin my sleep? For sure, yeah. Exercising at night raises your heart pulse, all that stuff. And if your heart needs to relax before going to sleep. So if your body is aroused physically, not sexually, but physically aroused, it's gonna have a harder time going to sleep because the blood is flowing, the heart is beating, all that stuff. It's easier to get into Harvard than get a job right now. Whoops. Hey, Paul. You know, nerf your looks with roids, balding starting to hit. Balding is not starting to hit. It's been hitting for a long time now. Do 100 push-ups every night. Sleep for better sleep. Awesome job. Would planks be easier? Planks are isolation exercise. I'm not a huge fan of isolation exercises, or isometrics exercise, I mean, where it's time under tension without much movement. I like dynamic exercises where you're actually moving your muscles because you get a better pump that way. The other one, you get strained and it hurts, but you don't really get a muscle pump. You just get fatigue mostly. With the job interview, they said they'll call me back in a few weeks. They're interviewing lots of people for the position. It's a really good project management position for a big firm, so we'll see. If not, I'll just keep working for myself. Hey, greetings to Athens. We're at 75. Let's go. Johnny Agos. All right, let's go, guys. Consider next 25. Ah, 100. I think 500 was way too ambitious of us. We'll aim for 250, but we'll see what we get. Hey, greetings to Brazil. Brazil. And get on the high bar and do proper leg raises. It's not day, it's night here. It is definitely not daytime. We'll do some proper leg raises another day. I'm just getting back in the groove. Paul, thanks to God, I got a job, bricklayer. Been working 3 months. Really happy and lucky. My mother, let me peacefully with what I can give her. Thank you, Paul. Awesome job, Isaias. Has nothing to do with me. That's all you. There's this guy on YouTube that does 1,000 push-ups every day. How do you think he keeps from just cramping and hurting his chest? This dude full of tattoos. I don't know about the guy you're talking about. I follow a guy on Instagram called Do Hard Things 365. He also does 1,000 a day. more than 1,000 a day. And once you start getting over 300 of a certain repetition of anything, jump rope, push-ups, pull up, whatever it is, if you're doing over 100 a day in one set, sorry, over 300 a day in one set, it becomes pretty much cardio exercise. So your muscles are so used to the exercise that you can do super high volume and recover quickly. You're essentially doing cardio. Like, you've gotten to the point where exercise is hard for everybody else. For you, is just cardio. And cardio, you can run 5 miles every day. Like, that's not that hard. As long as your heart can handle it, you can do it because your legs recover quickly. And so in the same way, their arms recover quickly. So people who are doing over 300 per set of anything, it's cardio for them. It's pretty much a cardio workout exercise because their muscles are recovering way too quickly, which is good. Oh, Jesse Pollock. Yeah, Jesse Pollock's been doing it for a while. Everyone needs to add weights in calisthenics when it becomes easy. Yeah. Jesse Pollock. I was gonna do a collab video with him, but we haven't done it yet. We will. I don't know if he'll do it now that I'm on gear. He might be like, I'm a natural. I'm gonna do it with somebody who's on gear. But maybe he'll be okay with it because we were talking about doing a collab together someday. Did you even do one-handed handstand push-ups? What? I couldn't even do a one-handed handstand, much less push-ups on one hand. That's crazy. Alrighty, we are at 100. Let's go. I'm gonna attempt to keep doing sets of 25. Hey, PDE, thank you. I'm 31 years old right now. Not super old, not super young, is where I'm at. Thanks for the donation. Five. 125. We got this, boys. Paul, at what age were you strongest version physically? I think at 20 years old. I'm gonna get there again, but physically I was strongest pound for pound at 20 years old. Hey, Curious, United. Paul, is your uncle inspire you to work out, still works out himself? I'm not sure. I haven't talked to him very much in a very, very long time. Probably in like five years I haven't seen him. So I'm not sure if 5 to 8 years I haven't seen him or talked to him. So I'm not sure if he works out. I've also been on and off for the last 10 years. Now I'm trying to stick to it long term, get back to my previous fitness levels and beyond. That's the goal. Paul, what about knee raises, holding yourself up in the dip position with just your hands on the bar? Knee raises, holding yourself up. That's good, but that's going to target my rear deltoids and a few other muscle groups that I don't really want to tire out because my triceps, shoulders, biceps, forearms, and back are sore. So I'm trying to isolate from having to do anything that targets those muscle groups because they're sore from my push-up and pull-up days. Oh, it's poetic, not PDE. I misread that. Thanks, Poetic, for the donation. Appreciate it. Keep it up. Wolfka is not my uncle. He is a friend of mine. Wolfka is, we used to work out together in Sacramento. Oh, that's a different Wolfka then. I have a Wolfka who was similar. He has a similar spelling on his YouTube. Your elbows don't hurt? No, that's why I'm wearing a sweater. They do hurt, but not too bad. All right, let's go. We're at 125. No, I think we're talking about two different Wolfka signal. All right. All right, guys. How many are we at? What was it? 125 is where we're at. All right, set another 25, or attempt to. Ooh, the last one barely did it. We're at 150. 150. Seems such a cool guy. Why it seems like you're not close to no one in your family at all? Sorry, if too personal question. Well, my family, my immediate family, they're spread all over. So my uncle lives in Minnesota. My sister is in Kentucky. My other sister's in California. So like they're all over the place, you know. It's not like we all live close together. And for me, in person relationships are way more meaningful. Not meaningful, but like more real, more felt, you know? Because like you see these people, you interact with them. People who are far away, like you keep in touch with them, call sometimes, but like it's not the same. I'm in Texas. How do I feel when I did my first one on pull up? Probably pretty excited. Yeah, arm straight is gonna tire out my shoulders. My shoulders are already sore and tired, so I'm doing the rested position, which is off my elbows. It's easier for me. Do I take any whey protein powder? I'm not taking whey protein powder. I am drinking protein shakes that I buy pre-mixed from Costco. I'll show it to you. So I alternate between different kinds of protein shakes depending on my mood and if I get tired of a certain flavor, but I've been sticking to these for some time now. Nutri. It's called Nutri. 30 grams of protein from Costco. Pretty good. I think this is whey protein. Ultra filtered skim milk, cream, potassium. So yeah, it's milk based. So whey is also milk based. So whey protein, this, everything. It's about the same thing. But whey is dehydrated milk. So this one is like actual cream in it. So hopefully a little healthier. The thing with these is they don't give me gas. Anytime I've tried powdered whey protein and made protein shakes with it, I fart all day. And I hate that. These don't give me any gas, which is phenomenal. So this is very good news. I eat protein all day long, from chicken, from eggs, from milk, from whatever source I can get, fish, beans, bacon, anything that has protein I eat all day. Every meal has protein. I'm trying to hit 200 grams of protein per day minimum is my goal. Yeah, so that's not before or after. It's all day, every meal. Not this shake in particular, but from whatever. I'm 5'9". I think that's 174 centimeters. 174, 175. Not too sure, but I'm 5'9" in American units. All right, here we go. We're on 150. My hip flexors are starting to feel it, for sure. Twenty-five. 175. All that talk about form with my legs going out at an angle went out the window when I'm tired. I let my legs hang now. Ah, 175. Third week. All right. I'll keep that in mind. OSC. Thank you. We'll see. I'm keeping track. One chart I haven't done yet that I'm gonna do is to track my strength increases over the 4 or 5 months that I streamed every day and put it on a chart to see how quickly I progress being natural, and then compare that against the 4 months that I do on gear. You see how quickly I progress on gear, and then overlay the two charts, and we'll see the progressions, the two lines next to each other, how much more steep the gear one's gonna be. So I haven't gotten to doing that. It's a lot of data to sort through, but I will. That'll be an interesting thing to look at. How did you maintain your muscle all these years? I worked in construction, so I was physically active. But honestly, I didn't do that much working out almost at all. So most of the muscle that I did maintain just stayed. Like, I worked out rarely, like a few times a month, maybe. And it wasn't even full intense workouts. So most of it stayed either because I was in a physically demanding job that kind of required my body to keep some of the muscle, but also just genetics, I guess. They just stayed with me. Um, Maybe because I gained it naturally and it just stayed. I don't know. I can't tell you much other than it just stayed. Um, the strength didn't, but most of my musculature stayed. All right, we're about to go for our next set. We're definitely not hitting 500 today, but let's go for at least 250, maybe 300. That's the goal. We're at 175, I believe. So we're doing pretty good so far. Are you worried about your grapes, ginger raisins, and test? No, because that's what the HCG is for. HCG is supposed to force my testicles to work despite the test. So The HCG I'm taking is basically a pregnancy hormone, but it forces your testicles to produce sperm regardless of what the conditions are. And that's the one that gave me PIP. I don't know if you watched my last video. If you watch my last video, you'll see what I'm talking about. That's the stuff that gave me PIP. So no, I'm not worried about him shrinking or stopping working because I'm forcing them to continue working. They're basically going to be subdued into submission and obedience. They're going to say, yes, Massa, we will serve you. All right. All right. Maybe that's a little too far. So, taking one shot a week, the way you're doing it, a shot every day. I had never seen anyone do tests like that. That's the best way to do it because you get the least amount of side effects. You don't get no acne. You don't get any mood fluctuations. You don't get any moodiness, wanting to cry one day and then feeling hyped up the other day. No, that can go take a hike. I'd rather take the gradual, easy way. I mean, you do have to put up with doing daily injections. So that kind of sucks, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. I don't mind it. I think I heard my left bicep doing pull-ups. Do you have a quicker way to recover? I don't want to go more than 2 days resting. I lose my gains. First of all, 2 days rest, you're not going to lose your gains. You can go a week rest and still not lose your gains. Don't let anybody tell you that. It takes way more than a week of rest to start losing gains. So you can easily take a week rest, but it depends on what the injury is. If it's muscle injury, that's one thing. If it's ligament injury, that's another thing. If it's tendon injury, that's a whole other thing again. So best thing I recommend, start drinking collagen and MSM. You can Google those. MSM is a supplement for joint repair, and collagen is also good for joint repair and for muscle repair, for both. So start drinking both, and within 3 days, you should see recovery if it's a minor injury. If it's a major injury and you have like something like tendonitis, there's other ways you need to go about it. But start with that. Start with that. Start taking MSM and collagen. Those are very good supplements for joint health. Do that for a week, drink it for a week, see if it goes away, and then you'll go from there. Yeah, methylsulfamethane. Yep, that's it. Methylsulfamethane. That's the one you want. 0.5 cc. So the cc's don't tell me much because I don't know what the concentration is. So a cc is basically a milliliter. But you can have 250 milligrams per milliliter per cc. You can have 100 milligrams of test per cc. Like, I don't know what the concentration is, you know? So depending on what the concentration is going to depend how much he's actually injecting. So cc's don't say much. That doesn't tell me what his concentration is. My forearm muscle took almost 2 months to heal from pull-ups. Were you supplementing, Waylon? Hey, Cap, what's up? I'm curious if you were supplementing during that time. All right, let's go. We are at 175. We got to hit 200 real quick. 250 milligrams milliliter for both enanthate, cypionate, propionate is 100. Okay. I'm sorry. I know it's ugly when I spit, but it's cold, and when I'm working out in the cold, I start gathering congestion in my nose from the cold, and then it's hard to breathe. So I have to suck it into my mouth and eject it. I had to hop off that one time I accidentally put tension on my funny bone, and I felt electricity go through my forearm. And that one set. I look like I have bear skin on me, like a Russian. Test is a wet compound, lots of water retention. Fasting is very beneficial on testosterone. If you want to dry up. How cold is it? I think same as yesterday. What is it, 5 degrees Celsius? Collagen, high protein. That's good recovery, Waylon. Yeah, MSM is very helpful too, but yeah. Brachialis, radialis. Forearm, I've never had a forearm injury, but I imagine it takes longer to heal because we use it every day. A lot more than we do our bicep. I mean, we use both, but like, you use your fingers a lot, you know what I mean? Hey, muscle man. I don't mind, hey, Mega Max. I don't mind the water retention at all, so I don't really care about drying out or fasting or any of that. Again, whatever happens, happens. All I'm doing is doing 200 grams of protein, 3,000 calories a day, 50 milligrams of test, working out at least 5 days a week. That's the goal. We'll see what happens. That's essentially it. Sleep, obviously I'm gonna do my best to get my 8 hours of sleep, but lately I've been stuck at 6.5, so oh well. It is what it is. I I don't watch arm wrestling. I have no idea. I don't even know who Vitali is. I know Devin. I don't know who Vitali is. What exercise do you attribute to your giant biceps? Pull-ups. That's it. Overhand grip pull-ups. Pull-ups has always been my favorite exercise. It's the exercise I've always done. It's my most used exercise of all my exercises in my bodyweight fitness training. And so I hold a school record at my old high school for over 10 years on pull-ups that nobody's beat. So definitely pull-ups is the reason for my giant biceps. Now chin-ups work your lats more. That's always been a misconception that biceps work your biceps more. I mean, chin-ups work your biceps more. And the reason why is most people attribute bicep curls, right? Bicep curls to bicep workout. Well, what's the closest thing to a bicep curl, at least from the way it looks? Well, it's a chin-up. It's an upside-down bicep curl. So technically, that's where it comes from, that people are like, well, since chin-ups are most like bicep curls, they work out your biceps. But the problem is when you flip the exercise to, you're basically flipping gravity upside down. So instead of pulling against gravity here, which your biceps pulling against gravity, now gravity is pulling you up. The pull-up bar is pulling you up. So you have to pull against gravity upwards as far as your muscles are concerned. And for that, it's not your bicep doing the pulling. It's your lat bringing your elbow, pulling it down towards your back. So although the movement looks the same visually, because the motion is happening in the opposite direction, instead of pulling something up from the ground, you're pulling your whole body up towards the top. And to do that, usually you focus on your elbow coming to your back. That's a lat pull down, essentially. The reason wider grip targets biceps more, if you flare your elbows out, if you make sure your elbows stay out as you do as you do your pull-up, that's a bicep movement. Your lat is almost not engaged in this movement right here. It's all bicep. If you do your pull-ups like this, you bring your elbows in, then that's a lat exercise. So it depends how you do them. Do wide grip pull-ups build bigger biceps? Again, it depends on the form. So any form you can train biceps as long as you focus on bringing your wrist to your shoulder instead of bringing your elbow to your back. Elbow to back, lats, wrist to shoulder, bicep, regardless of your grip. All right, guys, let's hit 225. Yeah, we have to get to at least 300 today. Ah, my hip flexors are killing me. That B muscle I told you about right here, it's like spasming up. Ah, nice. 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 All right, guys. Are we at 200 or 225? I lost count. Oh, man. Does anybody remember 200 or 225? If you can rewind a little bit back, see what I said when I got off. Ah, 25. My abs. All right, we're at 225. Thank you, Irish. Appreciate it. 225. Do you do stretching? Not really. Hey, Raj Assad. No, I don't really do stretching. I try to do full range of motion when I can. So the only stretches I get are during my doing full range of motion, letting my muscles stretch out on the extreme points of the movement. But no specific stretching exercises, no. Hey, Raja, thanks for the long-term following. Appreciate it. All right, we're at 225. Well, for sure hit two. Yeah, let's go for 300. I think that's a good goal. Do you have a favorite bodybuilder? Not really. Not really. I'm not much into bodybuilding, to be honest with you. I don't have a favorite. And I'm not like, I'm doing this experiment not for bodybuilding, but for strength. So the reason I called my last week a disappointment is because I put on 11 pounds now. Well, I went from 178 to 188. So yeah, I put on 11 pounds while decreasing my strength, which is the exact opposite of what I want. I want to keep my exact same weight while increasing strength. But it's okay. It's first week. It's supposed to catch up with me, the strength gains. So we'll see at the end of 5 weeks where we're at. Until then, so far I'm a little bit disappointed. But again, you got to be realistic. I can't, there isn't a limitless magic pill you can take that makes you Superman in 1 week. If there was, everybody would be taking it. So, got to be patient. Got to stick with the process. Trust the process. Put your numbers in. Put your work in. And then watch it happen. Watch it happen. When did you did your videos back then? Did you get monetized? Yeah, my videos were monetized back then. I almost make nothing now. make very little money now. Like this month, I'm scheduled to make less than $100 from my videos. So I'm not relying on ads very much, which is why I'm gonna post merch up soon, the shirts, and I'm gonna do personal training. I'm already doing personal training. There are some people reaching out to me that I do video personal training with, but I'm gonna make a website to make it easier for people to schedule with me. But that's gonna be my side source of income until I can make it full time. Until then, I'm still working construction as my main occupation. I'm doing remodeling projects, carpentry stuff, all kinds of little things here and there. So until I can make this my full time thing again, I'm sticking to. I got married at 21 years old, right after my birthday, very early. YouTube pays well if you get millions of views. When you're only getting a few thousand of views per video, it doesn't pay well, no. And I'm at a few thousand right now. Like my short video got like 7,000 views. My start of the cycle video got like 3,000 views. So I'm definitely very low views right now, but I'm sure it's gonna pick up because when you start posting consistently, YouTube starts promoting your content more, especially if there's engagement and people like your stuff. People starts promoting it to other people, and so your views start to climb. So once I climb back up there, once I start making millions of views like I did back then, top 3 exercises for biceps, top 3 exercises for shoulders, top 3 exercises for chest, all those videos garnished so many views because there was high interest. So I'm gonna try to get back up to that point. Once I do, then I could get paid well. About you live stream on Twitch, brother, we can support you there too. It pays better than YouTube. I mean, it pays only through donations. So I mean, I could get paid here through donations, there through donations. So it's the same. About YouTube takes about the same cut as Twitch does, or Kick. Like your revenue per donation is about the same on all of them. It just takes time. That's the only reason why. I like long form content, but I will be making shorts in the future. I made a couple shorts recently. I made an announcement video on the steroid stuff recently as a short video. All right, I'm sticking here until we hit 300, and then we can wrap it up. I'm at 225. Uh, uh, 250. 50 more to go. Uh, a fatty. Got a dad bod though. My dad, I'm 31, rocking that dad bod. Sorry to hear that, Igno. I try to stream 5 days a week right now. Why not stream on everything? I will. I think I have to pay $30 a month to use the software to stream everywhere on my phone. I can technically set up OBS Studio and do it for free. But last time I tried that, it gave me so many issues. There was either no video, or the audio was delayed, or whatever. OBS Studio is harder to set up to stream everywhere at once, even though it's free. There's platforms like Restream and a couple others where you can pay at like a monthly subscription 20, $30 a month and stream everywhere at once. And probably I'll do that, once I start making like $100 a month to be able to cover those expenses. But right now, I don't want to pay out of pocket to do that because I don't even know if it's worth it. Because I have 0 followers on Twitch, 0 followers on Kick. So maybe I will. Maybe I will. The other thing is, I'm gonna have to stream on YouTube in this orientation, or get a separate phone and use one phone to stream landscape, like on YouTube and Twitch, and then use a second phone with its own service to stream vertical portrait mode everywhere else. So we'll see. Oh, ads on Twitch. Yeah, we could do that. All right, we are at 250 knee raises. We got 50 to go. It's getting hard, but let's go. It's getting difficult. Part of learning a second language. It's not getting hard, it's getting difficult. Hardness is a measure of density. Difficulty is a measure of difficulty. All right, let's go. All right, let's go. It's getting fun. All right, let's go. 50 more. Ah, 13. 16. I can't. Three more. Ah, 275. 25 to go. My left arm keeps hitting my funny bone right here. I have the nerve going, and as I'm standing in that position, it keeps pinching my nerve, and I feel electricity shoot through my arm. Landscape is better. 1 to 10. Pain in my abs. It's not pain, it's mostly fatigue. I'd give it about a 3 or 4. So it's not very painful. It's just that, like, I don't have the I don't have the power in my abs to, and it's not even abs, it's my hip flexors. It's this V muscle that goes from here down. This muscle here that goes down. This one, the love handles they call them. But this muscle right there is so exhausted. Like I'm trying to like and it doesn't want to go up. It doesn't want to raise my legs. Told your shoulder sore, Bruce. Stop pull-ups because it was dislocating shoulder. I would go to a professional who specializes in muscle stuff. How many pull-ups do you do in one go? My total of all time was 100. If you're allowed to hang on one arm to rest. Without hangs, it was 52. Recently, a few months ago, I did 35. Hey, Barb, welcome. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I'm back to doing live workouts now. All right, we got 25 to go. I'm 31 years old now. Which exercise rushes blood down there again? To where? Your hip flexors? Raising your knees up. That's your hip flexors. Bringing your pelvic floor forward towards your chest. That's abs. Bringing your knees up to your chest. That's your hip flexor. All right, guys. Let's go. Poetic. You still watching? We got 25 to go. We're at 300. Yeah, we call it a day. 300 knee raises. Ten more. 10 more. Five more. Five more, my friends. Finish strong. One more. Ah. 300. 300 knee raises. You call this sort of a weird workout. It's not one we usually do, but we're slowly getting back in shape, so we can't be crippling ourselves every day. Do I plan to do sprinting? Not really. I can't even stream if I did do sprinting. How much creatine? 5 grams per day. Only calisthenics workouts. You are the first Russian I saw on social media. That's funny. Cardio, I gotta be doing cardio. I have to, but I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do it. Because I can do it off stream, I guess. I don't have to stream everything I do. But it's hard to stream cardio because if I'm running, I'm not streaming. If I'm streaming and running, I'm not answering comments. If I'm answering comments, then I'm not breathing well. It's like a little bit, it's a cascade of problems. What age were you making YouTube videos? I started at 16 years old. I made YouTube videos from 16 to about 21 consistently. After 21, oh yeah, burpees. Yeah, Waylon. Yeah, we could do a burpee day tomorrow. How about that? It's Monday. Yeah, I think we can do a burpee day tomorrow because it does target your legs. You're essentially doing squat every burpee. What's the challenge? How many burpees, Waylon? 300? 200? Also, stream on 11 on 111. That's funny. Are you GoPro on a helmet while biking with a nice scenery is a good way to stream. Yeah, that would be quite a setup though. You work out at this time? All right, so we'll go for 100 burpees. The other question is, am I doing a push-up at the bottom of every burpee? Or am I just going push-up position? Or do I have to do a full push-up on every burpee? Tell me that. I'm gonna start at 7 p.m. Texas time tomorrow. So Texas time, 7 p.m. So look it up what time zone you're in. You can do it from there. Do I lock out? I lock out, yeah. I like to think so. Well, I extend my arm all the way, but you can't always tell because I have a big bicep peak and short attachment point. So like this is my arm fully extended, right? Check it out. This is my arm fully extended. But people who see this from the side, they're like, he didn't lock out. This is me locked out. Just because I have a firm bicep and I'm fully locked out, it looks like I didn't from certain angles, you know? This is me fully locked out. So some people are like, you don't lock out on your pull-ups. I do. I just have a short insertion point on my bicep, so it looks like it's bent, but this is straight. This is my arm straight. Check it out. This is my arm straight, fully locked out. You know? Especially if you're looking from this angle, like he didn't lock out. I did. So yeah, I do lock out fully. It just doesn't always look like it. If you want to do push-ups, just do one for every Barbie. I have no idea what that means. That must be some inside joke. Well, back then I worked out every day, so I was super fit. Now it's harder because I'm less fit. But when I was starting out at 16, there's not much of a difference, to be honest. It was just as hard as it is now. I don't feel much of a difference, to be honest with you. Feels just about the same. I'm a little heavier now, so that's a little more difficult to be heavier. I was super skinny when I started before, and it's easier to lift less weight. But really, taking that into consideration, not much difference. All right, I'm gonna, oh, do one for every burpee. Okay, do one for, so 100 push-ups then. It's gonna be hard. All right, so we'll do burpees tomorrow, 100, 7 p.m. We figured out our workout tomorrow. Watch my video if you haven't already, called Chapter 2. What is it called? Chapter 2, No Way Back, No Turning Back, something like that. God bless you guys. Fortress 60 Day, body, mind, soul, spirit. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday off. Enjoy your upcoming week. Hopefully your job goes well. You succeed at everything you do. You progress through all the progressions you want to progress through. And you become a better version of yourself every day. You love your life more a little day. You're a little bit happier every day. And even when struggles come, take it with a good attitude, persevere, learn from them, move on, make your life better. Well, God bless you all, and I will see you next time. See you tomorrow, 7 p.m. God willing, if nothing happens, we'll do